Hi everyone and welcome to DC World. I'm Paul Edwards and I'm here today with the star and the legend, Mr. Kevin Smith of Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. It's out now. Check it out in cinemas. Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me. Are we doing this the whole time?
You can take it. Or
I'll do it and I'll do you.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm a human mic stand. One of my many things on my CD.
Now, watched Jay and Silent Bob the other night. Brilliant film. A lot of DC references in there.
Yes.
How was it for you to play the character again, but hardly has any voice in the film?
It's always tough. I honestly feel like they should give me like an Oscar in retrospective, because they're like, wow, he plays that character and he never talks, but all he wants to do in real life is talk. Like last night, our Q&A went till 3:30 in the morning after the screening and stuff. So generally, they can't shut me up until we make one of these movies. But it was a blast. Jumping into the costume again. This time I didn't have to strap on the Blunt Man costume. Those honors went to Val Kilmer, which was awesome because we had Batman playing Blunt Man. Like at one point, his manager had texted me and said, like, Val Kilmer is going to be down in Louisiana. When you're there, he's presenting his Mark Twain show. So he'd love to know if you want to pop out and stuff. And I was like, Val Kilmer? Like totally. He's like, here's his email address. And I was like, okay. And so I dropped him an email going like, I don't know if this is accurate, if this is really you, but like, a huge fan, man, going back to real genius. Like that character is kind of like in my DNA still to Chris Knight, to this day. So he wrote back and he was like, oh my Lord, thank you. And do you want to come to the show? I was like, I would, but we're shooting. What are you shooting? We're shooting Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. He was like, oh, you're making another one? I said, yeah, it's got tons of cameos in it. So if you want to come play, that'd be wonderful. And he said, I don't know if you've been following the news, but I've had some health issues, and so my voice is not really there. He goes, but perhaps I could play some poor cousin to Silent Bob. And I was like, I'll do you one better, man.
Oh,
so I was like, we can have you play Blunt Man in the Blunt Man movie. And he wrote back, it was adorable. He goes, that would be funny because I played Batman once. And I was like, yes, well, that's why it would be a good idea.
I was going to say about the cameos, of course you've got Supergirl, Melissa Benoist.
That's right, we got Melissa Benoist in it, so there's a Batman. There's two Batmans, there's three Batmans if you count Diedrich Bader, who plays the security guard, and he was the voice in The Brave and Bold. Supergirl, Thor's in the movie. Yeah. Let's see, Rosario's in there, and she's played Wonder Woman vocally, as well as a number of other heroes in the DC Universe and stuff. So yeah, you could tell I'm a geek.
No, I'll go on from there. What was it like working with your daughter, Harley Quinn Smith, in the film?
Fantastic, man. Like, I was talking about last night at the Q&A. There was this time when she was a kid. She was like 6 or something like that, and we were playing hide and go seek in the master bedroom of the house. And there's like 4 places to hide, but we played it like 9 times in a row. And so she wanted to go again. I'm like, Harley, there's like nowhere left to hide in the room. Like, let's do anything else and stuff. And the older I got, I remembered that very specific moment and thought of the Harry Chapin Carpenter song, Cats in the Cradle. And I was like, oh my God, I'm living that song. And I carried that around like a minor little heartbreak, that like there was a time that I didn't want to play with the kid, and then I lost all opportunity because the kid grew up and aged out of that. Yeah. Luckily, the kid discovered she wanted to be an actress. At that point, I was like, oh, I could keep playing with her. So now we just continue to make pretend. I try to make up for that one last game of hide and seek that we didn't play.
You can win.
Yes.
I've got to talk about Funko Pop. Of course, these guys, they're in the movie.
Yes,
You're a Funko Pop.
We not only were in the movie, we knew that like Funko wanted to do these for what was it, the LA Comic Con, I think is where they released them for the first time, or the New York Comic Con. I think it might have been the New York Comic Con. So I knew like 6 months in advance before we were making the movie that these were. I saw the designs and stuff. So I asked the good folks at Funko. We have a pretty decent relationship with. I've got, let me see, how many personal pops right now? I've been popped, as they say. There's 2 Kevin Smiths in hockey jerseys. A third, if you count the blue hockey jersey from the Funko Pop store opening in Everett, Washington. So there's 2 there, 3. There's a Silent Bob Pop, that was the first one. There's this Blunt Man Pop, and I want to say there's 2 more. Yes, there's the Fat Man Pops, which they did like with me with wings. Yep. And there's 2 editions. There's an orange one and there's a red and black one and stuff.
Do you collect any yourself?
Pops?
Yeah,
absolutely. I've got a Stanley pop. At this point, I've got about 110 that aren't me. But if you walk into my office, there's a shelf that's on the side, and it's a wall of Kevin Smith pops. Like everybody walks in is like, gross, dude. And I'm like, hey man, I got these are hard to find.
Yeah.
And so I've got like a lot of the Fat Man pops and whatnot. They look fantastic in the wall. But I've been a big fan. So we got the relationship with him. So we reached out and said, hey man, we got this shot in the movie where I left room over the Chronicon building, where we could put like enlarged versions of our pops.
Yeah.
And so we scanned them in and turn them into like giant balloons. So the shot's only like 4 seconds, 5 seconds, but you see them hovering.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn dope.
Do you have any favourites from your collection you've got?
I got a Stan Lee pop from Guardians of the Galaxy, which is pretty damn sweet. And I also have a regular Stan Lee pop, which I absolutely love. I'm kind of hoping they pop me again, like as Kevin Smith in the movie with the jacket, the George Carlin shirt.
That'd be a cool one.
It'd be neat because the pops, like I love people bring the pops of me in the jerseys, but I don't wear the jerseys anymore.
No.
So it's like, maybe there'll be a more accurate one coming up soon. But it's been an honor, man. Like, honestly, that's like right now the pulse of pop culture, pun intended. Everyone loves a pop. Everyone wants to be popped and stuff. And to be popped multiple times is quite an honor.
Excellent. I like the saying, getting popped.
Yes.
Now, a little bit about DC. Your big involvement in DC, The Flash, Supergirl, directed, starred in. What was that like for you?
Fantastic. I love comic book movies, but I have no interest in making them. They usually take a long time, and a lot of talent that I don't have and stuff. And they seem like arduous things. But working on the CW shows, those episodes are only like 9 days total, if you go really long. So it's pretty damn short. It's they've got it down to a science because they make one every week and they do 22 a year. In the case of like Supergirl, they're on season 5. So they know exactly what they're doing. It's a well-oiled machine. And in that instance, it's really just hosting the show for the week.
Sure. You
go up there and, you're like, hey, this is what we're doing, everybody. Today we're doing this. My big thing when I go to sets, like to Flash and Supergirl, is like, they call me a clapper because after every take, I'm like, that was amazing. Give it up for that person and stuff. And it just keeps the energy up. And also, like, when people perform traditionally, like on a stage or whatever, they're used to, like, when they're done, people applaud. So I'm like, this is the same thing. So when we're done with our takes, man, give it up. So, like, they put out t-shirts after the first episode where I got the clap from Kevin Smith on set because I just kept making them do it. And the one thing that was really sweet was, like, maybe 3 months from the next episode. They got a slot open, so I got to do another one. But when I came back, they were like, we've been clapping ever since. Like we brought it into the daily routine. I was like,
it's infectious.
Yes. So they like me up there because I bring the energy up and stuff. It's certainly not like, I'm visionary, not by any stretch of the imagination. I've been very blessed to have some wonderful scripts written by like Eric Carrasco did a lot of my Supergirl scripts. And Zach Stentz did that first episode of Flash that I directed, which is like an amazing episode that ties into the first season lore and his mom and stuff like that. So, I love that. And that's a real tearjerker episode as well. So I got lucky. I was surrounded. They won't let you fail, right? Because they're like, he's coming to do one of these, as if that's a big honor. So everybody like gathers around you and elevates you. Like Melissa is going to direct this year. And I was like, you have to do this. You have to do at least one a season because you will never fail. These people love you to death. So even if your instincts were like, I don't know what to do, like
they'll make it happen.
They'll make it happen. So like if they cover my ass, and I've been doing this 25 years, they're definitely going to cover your ass. You're Supergirl and stuff. So I look forward to her jumping in the director chairman so she could see what it feels like and stuff. And it's a wonderful experience up there. And I'm lucky to do it.
Yeah.
And when I do it, I get to play with kids in costumes and stuff, big action figures. But usually by day 8, this is how I know I'll never make like one of those big movies. Usually by day 8, and honestly by day 7 of 9, I'm like, are we still shooting this shit? Like, this is done yet? Come on, man. So I know I couldn't do a half year or a year on the Avengers or something like that. Some things I just like to sit back and still be like an audience member for. It's because my job allows me access to certain things. I've been able to do some things outside of my that are just hobbies and work them into my work. Those Marvel movies, they're important.
Now, talking on Marvel, quickly, just final question. You mentioned Stan Lee, your favourite pop. Stan Lee, certainly cameo in the film. I won't spoil it for anyone, but what was that like just to get him back?
Phenomenal. Like, it came from this little moment. We put it at the end of the movie during the credits, the kind of shout out to Stan as in memory of my marvelous mentor. And it's this little moment that Stan and I shared once on the IMD boat at San Diego when I was interviewing. And he cracks himself up. And in that moment when he cracks himself up, it's adorable. You
Yeah.
see Stanley Lieber.
It's natural.
It's him.
real.
It's the guy behind Stan Lee, the guy that created Stan Lee. Like his greatest creation was Stan Lee, not Spider-Man, the character of Stan Lee that he created himself. But in that moment, he's laughing. Stan Lee goes away, and it's just Stanley Lieber. You see the kid that started the journey in the first place. It's really, really beautiful.
Kevin, we'll tie it up there. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. And I never did this. I know. I said I'd be a mic stand, and I kept it like a hog, man. So American. I'm like, thank you.
Thank you. I wish you all the success. And I have a little gift for you quickly, if I can give it to you.
I put the mic on him for that one.
That's right.
Gift.
I hope you haven't got it, but we got Jim Lee Flash.
Oh my
Black
Lord.
and white Flash and T-shirt.
That is
Hopefully.
fantastic, man. Is that what you're wearing?
That's this one.
I get to
I
wear
thought
too.
about
You and it comes with the statue or
You
no?
can get that in there as well. Black and white Flash. Yeah, I thought that.
God, I didn't bring you anything. You want some?
No, that's cool. That's cool.
this is amazing.
From DC World to you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you, guys.